Today's cryptid is the Dogman of Michigan. Put him on the board, huh? The Dogman of Michigan. Hello there, and welcome back to Creepy American Cryptids. Today's episode takes place in the northern and central regions of Michigan, where a not-so-good boy has been encountered. During this episode, we will explore the area where the monster was sighted, a description of the creature, the documented encounters with this cryptid, and what the Dogman of Michigan may actually be. The setting. The Dogman of Michigan is reported to dwell in multiple areas of Michigan. Sightings and encounters with the Michigan Dogman have occurred on lonely back roads, riverbanks, and backwoods. Here are the sightings from 1937 all the way up to the present day. He's been in a lot of areas of Michigan. The creature. The Dogman's description during sightings and encounters are similar in appearance to the werewolves of lore. The creature is reported to have an average height, depending on the encounter, of between 7 to 7.5 feet in some descriptions. This monster is also described as having the head of a dog and the torso of a man, or looking similar to a werewolf, with a bipedal body covered in fur. All descriptions agree that it is remarkably fast and a vicious humanoid creature. However, regardless of the Dogman's appearance, it is often reported to have blue glowing eyes and a howl that sounds like a human scream. The encounters. Folklore encounters with this cryptid state that it was first witnessed around the Manistee River by the Odawa tribes. 1887, I'm a lumberjack and I'm not okay. The first reported sighting of the Dogman occurred in Wexford County, Michigan in 1887. During the sighting, 2 lumberjacks spotted the monster and they were lumbering and jacking. 1917, Michigan Trail. In 1917, a sheriff found an abandoned carriage by the side of the road. He also reported finding something that looked like wolf or dog tracks. Near the carriage were 4 dead horses that were suspected to have died of fright with their eyes wide open. The driver of the carriage was never found. 1937, fishing for trouble. Another encounter involves a man fishing along the bank of the Muskegon River in Paris, Michigan. As he was fishing, he was attacked by a pack of wild dogs. Luckily, he had a shotgun with him, which he fired into the air, scaring away all the dogs but one. Unfortunately, the final dog, that seemed to not be bothered by the shotgun, stood up on his hind legs and glared at the man. 1950s and 1960s, monster on the move. In 1957, similar sightings occurred more frequently in areas including Allegan County. In 1967, the area of reports continued to increase, with the cryptid being spotted in Cross Village, Big Rapids, and Manistee County. Somewhere within this era, when researchers began to realize that the beast appears to have higher rates of sightings and encounters every 10 years in years that end in 7. 1970s and 80s, howling and a scratching. In 1977, howling screams were heard near a town called Bel Air. Fortunately, no one was foolish enough to investigate the noise. In 1987, near Luther, a cabin looking at first like a break-in was attempted. However, upon closer inspection, all the damage to the cabin appears to be from sharp claws and very sharp teeth. Even with these examples, sightings and encounters still occur to the present day. Theories. A primary theory for the Dogman is that it is a hoax. This theory is based on the fact that a radio DJ made a song about the Dogman. However, the song itself disproves it being a hoax, as the lyrics to the song are based on actual sightings and encounters with the cryptid. In addition, after the release of the song, hundreds of people responded to the DJ with their own tales of encountering the beast. A secondary theory is that the creature is real and has existed since at least the 1700s, when it was witnessed by members of the Odawa tribe. Conclusions. Many researchers believe that the Dogman is a real creature that still stalks regions of northern Michigan. This is a sensible conclusion, as the reported encounters described earlier range from the 1700s all the way up to as recently as 2017, with 2017 being the most recent year ending in 7 if the hunting cycle of the Dogman is to be believed. However, the overall length of time in which the Dogman has been present in history points towards this group of creatures existing and having existed for a vast length of time, between 137 to 317 years. In this author's opinion, I believe there may be at least 3 different dogmen, or groups of dogmen living in 3 different regions of Michigan due to the patterns of the sightings and encounters. We may never have the answers to all the questions and theories posed on this cryptid. However, one thing is for certain: something has and likely is roaming the northern and central regions of Michigan. So if you find yourself traveling in these parts of Michigan, keep your eyes and ears open. For if you see a dark, quick, fur-covered mass darting about, or hear a human-like scream, you may be in the presence of the Dogman of Michigan. If you come in contact with this cryptid, don't grab a rolled-up newspaper, but instead run as fast as you can in the opposite direction. The Dogman of Michigan is known to have a vicious, violent temper, and is indeed a very bad dog and a very bad boy. See you next time, folks.